Well, looky here. Look who I've got in the studio with me, Victor Antonio. Hey, we're going to come to you in a series of, I guess, questions from the field is what we're going to do for you. We've gathered some questions from the field that we're going to serve up now, and we're going to kick a couple around, right? And then what we're going to do moving forward is we're going to ask you to send some questions in, and we're going to take it from there. So, Victor, it's that time of year for us, and I think what we want to talk about today is the bugs are starting to fly, they're starting to move around, so we've got these little critters flying around, and it's our season. And when we get into our season, we end up in that red ocean that we really don't want to be in. With folks are going to get bids, it's going to be competitive. They're going to get other folks coming out to talk to our customers, and we want to get away from that. And I think oftentimes we get too hung up and we kind of get wrapped around the axle talking about, the big crescendo at the end that we can tell them, oh, we're the working men, and we're the working women, we're the working pros that are going to save all and end all.
Right.
But I think oftentimes it comes down to the very little itty-bitty things, the smallest things that often get overlooked. And I get hung up on the way the uniform looks and that we're wearing our ties and our shoes are shined. Those little things, I think, make a difference to the customer. What do you tell me a little? Give me your thoughts on some of those little separators that have so much of an impact that we often take for granted.
Yeah. By the way, we should clarify what red ocean means, because some people are going to go, what is red ocean? So red ocean means there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of blood in the water because people are blooding each other on pricing. Where blue ocean basically means there's no competition. I think it's safe to say that we're always going to be dealing with the red ocean effect, where it's going to be a lot of competition.
This time of year for sure.
Absolutely. But what you pointed out is appropriate, right? We've got to do the ABCs first, right? Dress right, look right, knock on the door, step back, walk in, put the booties on. Do you guys still put the booties on?
Oh yeah, we put the booties on.
Put the booties on, right? Put the booties on.
Absolutely.
And so those are the basics, and that just kind of, if that's the first impression, people go, oh, a professional, I'm dealing with a professional. That's fantastic. But when we talk about differentiating, let's not focus on price, let's not focus on product, let's focus on the process, because I think that's what customers pay attention to. Did you tell me something through the process that I didn't know? Did you inform me in such a way that I go, I didn't know that? I think this is what people are looking for. It's not so much about, let me just kind of just show you what we're doing, let me go look at the problem, right? Because that's the process, right? We go look at the problem, say it's a residential, we go look at the problem, we come back, and you tell me if you've changed your process, but you come back and you say, okay, I looked at it, there's an issue there, let me take one look around the perimeter or the house, and then come back, and then we do a debrief after some, putting everything together, we do some debrief at the kitchen table. But it's all those little things in between. So one of the things I always say is tone is always important. How you talk to the customers. Like some customers talk real fast, Ed, like me. Hey, real quick. And you know what? If they want to talk at that speed, let them talk at that speed. But then I know that when I moved here to Georgia, things began to slow down quite a bit. So then I just started kind of drawing a little bit and believe it or not, even voice matters. So not only is it the information we give them about what's happening, what we found, and then educating them, but even how we talk to them. Just a simple tone, the message, we're more empathetic, we listen. The process I give, I think I've mentioned it to you before, is the first step is to empathize. Tell me what's going on. Second step is to say, let me educate you. What's going on in your house? And then the third part is you empower them to make a decision. Here are 3 options that I think would best serve you.
Yeah, and I think that's awfully important, right? We get too hung up on trying to come up with the big single solution that's going to separate ourselves. Again, playing in that red ocean, we got the Terminex folks coming in, we got the local pest control companies coming in. We've got to create those little steps and just that whole process of making ourselves be different, showing them that we're different than the other guys and the other gals that are hitting the door, and that we are truly the Orkin pros. I think we often overlook that, we take it for granted, and we just want to come in and, kind of pull it all together and then just throw up all the solutions and all the features and benefits from the old days and just put it out there and expect them to buy when we really haven't. And I think it comes down to a lot of times demonstrating that. Not so much oftentimes what you say, but how you listen, like you said, and how you talk to them with the empathy and more importantly, how you carry yourself. I've said for years, I wish I could cut all of our tongues out as salespeople, because if we sold based on what they saw, what they visualized, I think we'd have a much better chance of competing in those red oceans.
That's interesting. Today, you mentioned something about product. Let's talk about product and services. When we talk about product and services, they're almost all the same. I mean, we like to think Orkin's different. We are different to some extent. But as soon as we invent something new, the competitor is going to copy it, right? So just trying to maintain, let's say, product differentiation is very difficult. So product or service differentiation is difficult. This is why I believe it, like strongly believe, that we're in an era for the first time where the salesperson is the ultimate differentiator.
Amen.
Because it is how you frame it, how you say it, how you present it, that's going to differentiate you from your competition. So don't look to a better product, better price, better system, whatever it may be, solution. No, look to a better presentation in how you deal with the customer. You are the ultimate differentiator.
Amen. I've been saying for years that, you know, there's 20% of the people that will never buy from me. There's 10% on that poverty line that they just can't afford what we do.
Right.
There's 10% that just won't listen to any solutions.
Right.
You know, they're the know-it-alls. The 80% in the middle are all up for grabs to what I consider to be the best salesperson. The best salesperson wins.
60% in the middle. Or else you'd be 120%.
Did I say 60?
You say 20,
I said
20.
10 and 10. Oh, no, I said 10 and 10.
Okay, 10 and 11, 8 in the middle. Okay, good enough.
But again, I think it comes down to that. You know, are you the best salesman in your turf?
Yeah,
and
I think it's good to look at it that way, right? 10%, I believe, like, you know, that top tier will always buy. Because they're status buyers. Just give me the best, just fix the problem. I don't want to hear it. Love those customers. I wish we had them all day. Then you have the other people at the other extreme who are not going to buy no matter what you say. They're always going to look for the best price. That's who they live for. But right in the middle, that movable middle is what you're talking about. That's where we focus in on. And that's why I think the salesperson differentiates themselves.
Amen. What do you say we get out of here?
Let's do it.
Hey, continue to separate yourself from the competition and go sell a whole bunch of business. I'm Ed Donahue. We'll catch you the next time.